Let me check on this other thing. That's not it. Oh my goodness. It's what a day. What a day. We're on live. And there's some still back and forth. Oh boy. Let me go ahead and share this everywhere. Guys, it's about to get real today. I got a lot to share. Let's see. We got a lot to talk about. And if you're not on, you can check it up, play the replay, and then I am sore to the bone. But this is a call to every veteran. Because this will affect you. I'm just going to get this out to as many people as possible. Ah, boy. Hey guys, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for your prayers and for your, comments of love. As you know, I've been in the hospital again, and the left shoulder was giving me some issues, and they gave me a couple of shots. So far good. The pain is coming back, but it's not as bad as it was before. And you know me, I'm going to work myself through this process. I wish I could just share on both ends. All right. Bear with me. Good, nobody's on yet. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it today. Somebody had a great idea, and that idea flopped, and no one thought it through. It was a great idea, though. I haven't seen anything from it, but it was a great idea nevertheless. I'm calling all veterans. Listen up. Bear with me. You're a vet, you want to get on this call. You want to get on this live stream this morning. If you're not at work, if you're retired, you want to definitely listen to what I have to say. It's nothing to play with. I'm not playing. All I want to do is go outside and admire my beautiful landscape. Then, of course, I was on social media, monitoring news, updates, checking things out, verifying, confirming stuff, and then I got hit with this news, and it's like, oh no, if ain't one thing, it's another. We already know about the China and Russian bombers flying near Alaska. In case y'all didn't know that, Cold War is full in effect. I'm back in business, but too old. Too old. And this could affect you, no matter where you are, no matter where you live, no matter what connects for you in the United States or internationally. This can affect you. Oh, just want to let you know, if you're a veteran receiving disability and you want to live overseas and you are concerned that you may not be receiving disability because you live overseas. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It'll be direct deposited in your account, or you're going to go through the exchange rate and have it automatically exchanged for the currency overseas. But yes, you can live overseas. I just want to get that out real quick. I can live larger overseas. Yeah, but I have a few announcements I want to make to the veterans. If you're a family member of a veteran, you want to listen up to. If you are a dependent of a veteran, you definitely want to listen to what I have to share. I wish I could put this on my class, group, because many of my class members are veterans. A lot of us volunteered to serve on active duty back in the Cold War days of '84. And most of my classmates may not get this information. But it will affect them, no doubt. Looking forward to the class reunion. It's 40 years. 40 years. Hard to believe that many years have passed. Let's see. Did I cover everything? Yeah, I'm putting on my airborne breaking news too. This is part of airborne breaking news. If you never heard of airborne breaking news, that's my news outlet when I report military updates, military what's going on overseas in the battlefields, of battles that's taking place, situations that can affect us internationally. So let's see, did I have it all? I'm not going to put it in green light. I think I cover all the ones I have control, because I'm not going to indulge in somebody else's territory and it cause a problem. I don't really want to do that. Did I? Okay. If you notice you got two of my live streams on the same video, please bear with me. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm wearing my Freedom's Not Free shirt. I am a United States Air Force and Army veteran. Oh, Lord. A lot to share this morning. Oh, boy, I'm still going through pain in my shoulder, which brings up my main concern. Let me go over here, put up my notes. Okay. Thanks for chiming in. My name is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, a.k.a. Beast Mode Airborne. Okay? I am a paratrooper. Okay? Anybody, just want to make sure everybody here, I got this new microphone I'm working on adapting to. There we go. I hope y'all can hear me. Let me do a function check here. Let me see here. Put on my notes. Okay, look like we're sounding good. Okay? Mic check is okay. Okay. Here's the deal, guys. I'm not going to hold y'all too long. If you have to go, that's fine. I appreciate you chiming in. Get my eyeballs on too. All right. I might give me a wider screen. For those you don't know, I wear this hat. I'm an airman. Love to be an airman. Best decision I ever made. And been a soldier. And you see all my MOSs right here? Speaks for themselves. I'm also airborne qualified too. And I was on jump status. Stationed at Fort Bragg. So you know what's up. Okay? So I'll wear them both interchangeably. Guys, I got some news for you. I just came across my desk. And it may come across your news media too. Okay? And this is where news media can be okay for putting out information, but not sensitive information. So, I'm here to tell you guys, if you have a family member who is a veteran and you're depending 100% on your disability payments, compensation, or a pension, or you're looking to obtain a mortgage, okay, through the VA, or you're looking through health care through the VA. So I have Medicare and VA health care, okay, 100%. Got it. Got all that great stuff. You're going to college, you want to use your GI Bill? Great. You want to use your Votex benefits? Great. That's all there too. You know, you want to raise your ratings? Great. But here's the problem. Are you ready? Are y'all ready? Here's the problem, guys. There is a shortfall. There is a shortfall of VA benefits coming for fiscal year October. That's the government's New Year's Day. Fiscal year 2025 going to take place October 1st. Okay? We're almost on August right now. We're about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days away from August. Okay? You hear what I'm saying? Listen up, guys. This is important now because I'm not going to say this twice. But we need to get it together. Because I'm telling you, if you don't prepare yourself now, pay some bills, set some cabbage aside, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And I'm not saying this as a conspiracy theory. You can go to any news. You can artificial intelligence. You can do Google search. You can artificial intelligence search. The information's out there, guys. The Department of Veterans Affairs, and I'm speaking as a veteran, and I'm upset. And please don't put this Trump thing, because Trump is not even president. I want to tell you right now, stop. If you one of those guys that want to bash politicians, want to play games, keep it moving. Okay? Because Trump hadn't been president in 4 years. Y'all hate the man because of the media, that's your problem. But I'm here to tell you, here's a problem that's from this administration. Great idea, but didn't think things through. And a lot of veterans are going to pay for it. The Department of Veterans Affairs is facing a significant budget shortfall for fiscal year 2025. We're on an election year coming up, and guess what? We're all about to get screwed. The VA has reported a nearly $15 billion gap, which includes $2.9 billion shortfall for all benefits payments this year. An additional $12 billion shortfall for health care costs next year, January 1st. So if you don't have Medicare, if you have your regular insurance, you better hold on to it and look forward to paying some serious deductible. You might want to raise it up to a silver or a gold or a platinum, and that way you don't have to pay out so much for surgery if you have needed surgery, if the VA is unable to provide that service for you, or they have to backlog like they did before until Trump came in and straightened the thing out, and you had to wait so many days or so many months or so many years before you have your surgery. Remember that problem? I know y'all forgot about it. But anyway, the shortfall is attributed to increased outreach, higher utilization of VA services, and rising costs for staffing and pharmaceutical. We all know medicine costs money. We all know there has to be a budget set aside. I used to work for, not just information technology, I used to do anti-war terrorism, and I used to set the budget for that for the fiscal year. And that's another story. You know, you got to have everything in budget. You got to have everything in budget. If you're under budget, that's fine. If you're over budget, there's a problem. Okay? Then you got to go to Congress for more money. But the problem is, guys, there is a shortfall, and it's going to affect you big time as a veteran. I'm here to tell you. I don't think I'm joking. It's going to affect you. It's going to affect you. And you ask me how. This shortfall is attributed to an increased outreach, paying out. We have a lot more veterans getting benefits. A lot of them from Operation Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom, those who have been in the Cold War, those who have been in Vietnam, who have got Agent Orange. All this stuff is starting to catch up, okay? As we grow younger, we got more problems, okay, due to military service. Not your fault. It's not our fault. But somebody in the high direction of the pyramid in the VA system and their accountants did not look at the total cost to report to Congress and say, Congress, You know, the budget that you were asking for, that you said that you're going to add all this stuff, like this PAC Act thing, we may not have enough money to cover all that, plus veterans benefits, plus mortgage, plus education, plus skills and vocational training. Okay, because you know the VA got vocational training. If you don't want to go to college, they will. You can go to VOTEC. I had a friend of mine went to VOTEC school through the VA, and it pays 100% for all his tools, equipment, and that way he can get a job as an HVAC mechanic. Okay, them things are going to be cut off, and yet we're giving billions of dollars to illegal immigrants. Yes, I'm going to go there. Illegal immigrants to stay in luxury hotels, give them cars, give them payments to pay by cars, give them money for food stamps, get them our Medicare. We're going to be broke. I'm going to tell you, Social Security too. So let me read on. The VA is working with Congress to address this issue to prevent any delays on the benefit program to veterans. If Congress does not act by mid-September, now listen to what I'm saying, and you might want to send a letter to your congressman as soon as possible, veterans, to let them know that, hey, we want this stuff first, because by mid-September, let's say we got 30, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We got 51 days to get this matter resolved for our Congress, our Republican congressmen and Democrats, congressmen and women, to get together and put a bill together. Don't add none of that other stuff that has nothing to do with it. Just focus on that one bill, guys. And I'm talking to congressmen who are listening too. Focus on that one bill. Don't you add no fluff. Just focus on to take care of veterans so the VA can still take care of veterans and make sure veterans get their VA benefits that they deserve. Trust me, I paid my dues, and I paid my dues here. And I'm not playing. I'm not playing. Y'all don't want to see a veteran go out and start marching, because I will march even if I had to get a walker and a wheelchair to do it. This don't make no sense. You know, how can you have a budget shortfall? Why? Because somebody in 2020 didn't think things through. Okay? But anyway, the budget shortfall for the Department of Veterans Affairs could indeed impact veterans who are planning to have surgery. Could I ask the question, how will this impact surgery? Because I do have surgery coming up, okay, on my shoulder. I already had back surgery. Praise God for that. I already had my right foot surgery. You got a lot of guys got to have knee surgery. You got a lot of guys got to have back surgery, spinal surgery up in the neck. You got to have surgery in your eye to replace your eye, to put a glass eye in there. There's all kinds of surgeries that are going on in the VA that these veterans need to get done, okay? Especially my brothers and sisters who are Iraqi freedom, enduring freedom, just recently. Some of my Vietnam brothers are still hurting from what they experienced in Vietnam. A lot of my guys who are here to Beirut, who got blown up, they still experience a lot of traumatic issues and a lot of pain in their bodies because they were in that barracks and got hurt, okay? So, we cannot afford to lose benefits. We cannot afford to lose medical treatment, okay, for stuff that we willingly were here to do. I went to jump school. I was getting ready to go to Ranger school. I was prepping to go to Ranger school. Did everything for pre-op to Ranger school. You know, Ranger school is no joke, and now it's 18 X-ray. And you telling guys to lift up laws, do all this other stuff, and then you tell them, well, guys, we can't take care of you. That's not acceptable. That is unacceptable. All you guys went to special ops schools for the Air Force, Red Horse, lifting heavy equipment, working our butt off to make sure that Harvest Falcon and Harvest Eagle are working properly so those birds get out there and do their job. A lot of you in the Navy working your butt off on those ships. A lot of you Marines are out there working, you know the deal, doing the same thing I'm doing. But I'm here to tell you guys, and a lot of y'all not paying attention to this because you're not taking it serious, you're about to lose benefits. Now, we're praying and trusting God, and I do trust God, but I trust God enough to have some common sense and wisdom that he gave Joseph to prepare for 7 days of prosperity and 7 days of hardship. Okay? 7 days of plenty, 7 years of plenty, 7 years of hardship. So, I'm saying, let's prepare now, guys. You got water, you got food, you make sure your medication not abused or thrown away. Make sure all your stuff that you need, your creams for your pain, make sure you have that. Everything you're short on, you better start ordering it now. Order your medication now if you haven't done so. Don't wait till you got to go to the hospital, to the clinic. They say, Doc, I need it. You go on the airline, go to My Healthy Vet, and place your order now. See what your medication is listed. I'm giving you some instruction. Your medication is listed on My Healthy Vet. If they're behind, go ahead and place the order. If they're outdated or not discontinued, you send a message to your primary care physician and say you need a refill as soon as possible before October gets here, or September. We got approximately 51 days to get that done, okay? Get that done, because, guys, it's going to happen if they don't get this budget worked out, okay? We got a new Congress now. I hope they can get this thing worked out. The other Congress, they had a great idea, but they didn't think things through. So I'm here to tell you guys, let's hope and pray and stay on point to make sure if you're that this thing's still going on. I mean, because a lot of you, even though you're still working, guys, some of you are maybe 90%, 80%, some of you may be 100% permanent total like me, and you can work. I can't work. I'm physically unable to work. But those of you who are, you may start making some changes on your budget and maybe prepare to cut some things off that you don't need, okay, to offset that cost. Because if you having $3,000 a month coming in, all of a sudden that $3,000, you remember how it is when the budget was cut, the government shut down, and you remember when some of us, the military, didn't get our pay for a month. Some of us didn't get paid for weeks. You know, y'all remember that? Y'all remember back in 92, 91, maybe 96, when President, not Carter, Lord, I forgot his name that quick, Clinton was in office. There was a lot of budget shortfalls that we didn't get paid on, but we still had to come to work. Some of us still had to come to drill. Some of us still had to come to work on duty, active duty, and do our things and be without a check and have to dip into our savings, if any, or ask, hey, go fund me some help. So it's real, guys. It's real. So my wife and I are making preparations now, where we always do. We always try to have a contingency plan. Guys, I'm here to tell you, if you're not preparing for October 1st, you better do something now. I'm praying that Congress do it. Please don't play the blame game like politics. Somebody get on and running for office and say, well, it's your fault, this your fault. We ain't got time for kids arguing each other. We want to work together. Let's make sure our veterans are taken care of. Make sure they get the health care they need. And make sure they are getting their pensions. Because a lot of veterans are going to go back to work, and they may not be able to stand it much longer. And then you got a lot of guys with PTSD. I mean, we lose every, I don't know how many days, but I know 22 is the magic number. It's not, I don't know if it's 22 hours or 22 days, a veteran commits suicide. We don't want something that will tee the veteran off to the point where he gives up. And when a veteran gives up, he let his life go, and he may be born again, he may not be born again. I pray that he's born again and that he will endure the pain and endure and keep moving. But if you're not, guys, I want you to keep an eye on a veteran in your family, because they start getting in the mode like they're losing hope. I want you to not only pray for them, I want you to see that you can give them some help. All right? Try to give them some help. Or at least try to get, if they're church family, part of the church family, y'all help this guy. Okay? We're losing too many veterans for suicide. I just got a call yesterday. A friend, another general brother, just killed himself. This is real. And we don't need this to add to the problem. We got guys still coming off active duty that have served overseas. I have nephews in the military. I got two nephews. One just joined the military, just finished basic training, getting ready to go to AIT. I got another one who's been 10 years deep in the Air Force. Let me buy Air Force one. Yeah, I have one for him. Yeah, he's in the Air Force, and 10 years deep, he's a staff sergeant, a tech sergeant, and he's getting ready to go downrange. So, I mean, this thing is real. It affects my family as well. So, I'm looking through all this documents. federalnewsnetwork.com, rollcall.com, you might find that in there. Go to the VA website. But there is a significant shortfall. According to this article right here, the budget shortfall for the Department of Veterans Affairs could potentially impact veterans who are looking to be rated or apply for VA disability benefits from October 2024 and beyond. here are some of the viewpoints. And I'm here to tell you guys, that's why I have this, God bless me to write this book, okay? The Art of Filing for Disability, what you need to know, how to do the steps properly, okay? So that way you can streamline and get it done, get a rating decision quickly. These books will help you. I'm experienced this. I work for the VA system. I used to work for the VA hospital, okay? I stay in communications, and I stay on top of my game dealing with Veterans and Affairs in Roanoke, in the office, administration office in Roanoke. And you have to be on point with your paperwork. You have to be on point with your medical records. You got to be on point. The sooner you get all this stuff and ready to hand it to these guys, the sooner that you get a rating before this stuff gets cut off, okay? And you want to make sure you have a good attorney. But I get a feeling there's going to be some delays in decision making. And of course, you can get my book on Amazon. There may be some delays, guys. I'm not saying it will be, but the way the information is presented to me and all my sources that I have gone through, there are going to be some delays. Here's another one, guys. Disability benefit, October 24th and beyond. Here are some key points to consider, veterans. Listen up. Family members, it affects you as family members too. Processing delay. Let's talk about processing delay, okay? Hey, Connor, how you doing? Good to see you. And I forgot who else was on. The VA has warned that if funding gap is not addressed, there could be delays in processing disability claims. Now, I have a claim that I'm trying to get upgraded, okay? And I'm also trying to get monthly compensation, special monthly compensation. And that's for the loss of use. I have a loss of a couple of things, as loss of extremities, I cannot function. So I have filed for those. I have filed a claim based on those issues I have on me. And I'm quite sure there's a lot of veterans out there who have loss of use. Maybe loss of. It doesn't mean you have to lose a limb. I mean, one issue on your spine and your hand don't work like it used to no more. Or you can't, like me, I can't lift my arm. I can lift this arm, but I can't lift this one. Okay? And that hurts so bad. Oh my goodness. I couldn't sleep at night. I usually get 1 hour of sleep. I had to get a shot so I can get 4 hours of sleep. But that's if you're a veteran, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay? If you're in the medical field, you understand what I'm talking about. Now, there's going to be processing delays in the claim. That means veterans might experience longer wait time for their claim to review and approve. And I'm sorry, guys. You thought it was long back then. You remember back in the days before the computers were very available, streamlined. You could scan your paperwork. You can email. You can send directly to the VA electronically. Okay, think about the time where there's none of that. You had to mail it, paper. You had to fax it or mail. Slow mail. Well, guess what? It's getting ready to go back to slow mail. It's getting ready to get really slow. God knew October was already planned and coming. Everyone get to their books and help your veteran family member now. Don't wait. Amen. Amen. Thank you, sis. I really appreciate that. Yes, they need to get ready now. They need to get their paperwork done. They need to push as fast as possible. You're looking to obtain a VA mortgage, you better put it on for it now. Don't wait till, I'm going to wait till I get married to December. I'm going to wait till October. Don't wait till any one of those days. Because September is really the cutoff day. Because after September, October 1st comes, that's it. That's the new year, okay? Also, number 2, increased claims volume. The VA has seen significant increase in number of claims being filed, partially due to outreach efforts and new legislation like the PACT Act. Now, this is one of the problems I have. I mean, I even went forward to PACT Act because I was exposed to chemicals. I was exposed to toxic materials. I was exposed to a lot of stuff, including radiation. I ain't glowing, right? Right. Okay. Anyway, a lot of you who served in nuclear and nuclear propulsion or nuclear science, working in submarines or power plants in the Navy, have been exposed. Some have worked ordnance, working with nuclear materials, working in missiles, working with nuclear materials. Maybe got some exposure. Some of you work with construction material that have hazardous material, which I have. may have got exposed to that stuff. And I got exposed to a lot of stuff, guys, and I thank the Lord. And even some deployments you got exposed to like in Iraq, back in Desert Shield, Desert Storm. A lot of my brothers, including some of my fraternity brothers, got exposed to that toxic when Saddam Hussein burned those oil fields, and those guys were breathing all that terrible stuff. Some of you guys was getting exposed to contaminated water in New Orleans. They got deployed to New Orleans for humanitarian work because of the devastation that hooked up the whole Gulf Coast, not just one city. I'm talking about the whole Gulf Coast. I saw it. I was there. It was totally tore up. You talk about where you see foundation where number used to be buildings for miles, you know, and the water contamination. Because my specialty is water treatment, water purification. That's one of my specialties, and we had to drink that water. We had to get that water and clean it up. But you know, however, there was a lot of stuff in that water that make that water undrinkable. You can take a bath with it, but you brush your teeth. But I use bottled water to brush my teeth. But you may still have some contaminants in the water, even though you're going through the reverse osmosis process. You put chlorine in it, you put collagen in it, you did all this right stuff, but the water sampler, the Navy had checked the water and found out there's viruses in that bad boy. Some of them have been drinking that stuff for weeks, you know, and just didn't know it. And then we had to stop drinking the water. I mean, you still had to use sanitation, you still had to use the plumbing for the bathroom. You still got to take a bath, but you can't drink the water. You still got to shave, you know. So I mean, even with some of the harsh chemicals I use to treat water and harsh chemicals I use in construction, you know, there was exposure in that. You know, and some of our equipment is radioactive too, so I had to use that. I had to dress up for that. But that's my experience. And a lot of guys you may have dealt with hazardous material on an everyday basis like I did when I was on active duty. And I'm talking about wearing this hat. That's just how it is. But I filed claims on that, the PAC Act. Some of y'all got them burn pits because I was trained to do that too. How burn pits, how to properly dispose of human, you know, stuff. And properly make sure the base don't get contaminated. Ecology won't be a factor, like, you know, rodents and snakes and mosquitoes that can get contaminated, bring that stuff like malaria, and you get sick. You know, our job is to maintain ecology of the base. So, but that PAC Act, and I got breathing issues. So the PAC Act, this is what it done for me. Nothing. I got sleep apnea. You know what they did? And bronchitis. You know what they did? They merged that, what I got from my asthma, from my lungs, to my sleep apnea. I have never received no extra compensation for it. I received absolutely none. They just merged it together. Some of y'all stuff probably got merged. You ain't seen nothing, no ratings. It just made it 70%, just like my sleep apnea. But it's part of sleep apnea. And they made sure they worded that thing just right. And I was hot. But that's another story. But I mean, if you got the PAC Act, and again, that PAC Act opened a whole can of worms, budget-wise, for those who didn't have sleep apnea, who got for exposure for breathing black smoke, the burn pit, you know, pouring diesel fuel and gas, you know what I mean. And I had to clean that stuff. Anyway, you had to breathe that stuff, man, because that's your job. And the volume of those claims strained the system, further leading to additional delays. So, everybody qualifies for that PAC Act, to be honest with you. If you serve in the military, period, you're out in the field, Harvest Falcon, Harvest Eagle, Base Camp Cardinal, if you out there downrange, out in Saddam land, and you were breathing all that stuff, you know you had to do the latrine duties. Guess what? You may have an opportunity to file for PAC Act, but they also added from exposure from Agent Orange to the deal too. So if you got Agent Orange, you were exposed to, which it was using a chemical to kill that jungle, and guess what? It got guys contaminated. I had a friend of mine, I don't know if he's still alive, we served in an automobile sales together. He was to show me his hand from contamination from Agent Orange. And I don't know if he died, because he was kind of way older than me back in 94, 95. He was a great friend of mine. I really miss him. But he was a good guy, and he showed me his injury while he was in Vietnam from exposure to Agent Orange. Great that the Agent Orange is now being resolved, but here's the problem. The VA and Congress, 2020 Congress, 2021 Congress, did not factor in the cost for health care, for pensions, all these new claims coming in, and all this stuff coming in. Guys got a certain amount. I'm okay for 40% here. Now I'm 50% or 80% because of the PAC Act. Great, you got it. But we don't have enough money allocated to pay you. What kind of deal is that, guys? So I'm asking you to start preparing now. Every little extra money you have, you start setting aside in a savings account, put in your piggy banks, put it somewhere. Amen. Amen. Thanks, sis. I appreciate that. God bless you. Yes, please look into it, family members. Please look into it. Don't play. Don't go past go like in an old game I used to play. I forgot that I forgot the name of that. I forgot it. Anyway, don't go past go the next day without looking into this and start taking proactive action. Take action now. I've always been a firm believer in having contingency because there's a shortage of something. Okay? Because we're living in the real world, reality. And you can't play around. You think you can live off 2 weeks of food? You forget it. Have a month supply. Have a month supply of income. Money. You need a month supply to pay your rent for next month in case there's a shortfall. Okay? You need to have money available budget-wise for emergency. Now, if the VA falls short, and I know they probably will because it takes government forever to finally work out a deal unless they throw some stuff in it. If they throw some stuff in it, it's going to be turned down. If they keep it just focused on veterans, it'll pass by nightfall. So please write a letter to your congressman and tell them you want this budget right now. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to all of them today. Healthcare services shortfall. And this affects me and every veteran. And I'm here, and guys, if you work for the VA, let me tell you something. The VA hospital has a shortfall on personnel. Why did the VA hire more hospital workers? I don't understand. I used to work at the VA hospital. I was a prosthetics. I was a purchasing agent for the prosthetics. Worked there, loved it, great people until my body tore to pieces. But anyway, long story short, I come see my friends at the prosthetics and all through all the different areas and within the VA hospital, McGuire, now Richmond VA. Great guys, but they don't have enough people. So you're waiting to get a cane. It may take you months before you get that cane instead of weeks or hours or days. You might need this medication because they may not have enough pharmaceuticals to hire. And I was told there's a hiring freeze. So you want to tell your Congress to unlock that freeze for the hospital part of it and get some people in there so you can get the health care that you deserve. You can get your equipment that you need. I got a CPAP. I had to wait a year for it because it's a new CPAP. It's a new CPAP. Okay, I got the old one, but the new one I had to wait for a year. Glasses. You may have to wait. Okay? Because you may not have enough you might not have enough people, eye doctors, to work on you. Surgery may be delayed because right now there's a backlog already. But heavens forbid, if you're not bringing any new doctors or any new surgeons because of the freeze, because somebody didn't appropriate the money properly and Congress didn't have a follow-up on that, whoever's that person in charge of the VA, Veterans Administration, has failed to drop the ball and Congress did not follow up to make sure that they staying on track, guess what? Who's going to suffer? We are. We're going to suffer. So there's going to be a delay or reduction of health care service could affect the medical evaluation needed for disability ratings. Sorry about that, guys. The VA is actively working with Congress to, starting with the House. Okay, we got the Republican House in there, and I hope we got a lot of veterans who are in the Republican Party. That's one good thing. And hopefully they'll make sure that thing goes through, okay? Democrats, y'all better get your head out of your fat corner contact and make sure this thing goes through. Do not add any fluff. Don't do any LGBT stuff with it. Make sure this stuff is right so we can take care of our veterans and get back to the business of running the country. and protecting the country. Because you got a lot of guys joining the military. My nephews join the military. They're going to look for this stuff. Every new recruit going to be looking for somebody to help them when they get old. Whether they retire or not. I got a lot of retired friends who are depending on this thing. Okay? We earned it. And I still want my retirement you owe me. I'm still challenging that too. So healthcare service is going to be delayed. There are going to be some surgery delays. There are going to be some reduction of healthcare. What's the next one I got here? Federal. Go to your military.com website, guys, and you want to see it. If you don't believe me, go to your military websites. You'll see it. Okay. Because here's the thing. This PAC Act that has been written, and it was a great idea. We needed it anyway. June 17, 2021, House approved it, and March 3rd, 2022, the Senate passed it. At June 16th, 2022, it was signed into the final House approved, doing some technical fixes, but they should have done a little bit more care in looking at how many veterans. We got 500,000 veterans, okay? 500,000, all right? We got a 1 million military, personnel military, including National Guard, active duty, reserve, and so forth. It was revised. Version was on July 13, 2022. That before their first Congress election of 2023. Final House approval was, of course, Senate approval passed revision August 2nd, 2022. Signed into law by President Joe Biden 2022. I didn't benefit from it. I mean, I got it, but I never benefited from it because I never got back pay from it. I never got anything from it, but they just merged into something I already have. So they didn't really do me. I mean, it was great that I got it done. They'll treat me for it. I got lung disease. Yes, I do. It is what it is. I deal with it. But I wish they thought this thing through. I really do. And I'm so boiled over it. Again, I looked through it for next, and they also mentioned, guys, 2025, fiscal year 2025 can have several potential impacts to veterans seeking to obtain VA loans. And I already mentioned about the VA loans, but I'm going to mention it again according to what they state here, quote unquote, okay? Now, I benefit from the VA loan to purchase my home at 2.2% interest rate. Interest rate now is now 8% on its way to 9%. So if you're looking to purchase a house like this at $600,000, you're going to look at paying $5,000 or $6,000 a month, okay? Depending. I'm not a financial advisor. I just know money. So the process is delayed. The budget shortfall might lead to a staffing issue. So at the VA regional office, like the one in Roanoke and around the country, they hired too many people to work at the regional office, and they got thousands. They hired over 10,000 people. That's in surplus that they did not need to hire for their regional offices. They hired another 10,000, potentially going through the process of interviews right now, and that they shouldn't have done so. So that plays into, and these people are working now, and you just can't, under civil service world, you just can't fire them unless they have some issues with their performance long term. But you just can't cut up and fire them. You follow what I'm saying? That's federal law. You're violating federal law. A lot of these guys joining membership in the union. You just can't drop them like it's hot. I worked at the federal system for the Federal Bureau of Prison. I was in law enforcement. I was a federal officer, coming out from active duty, and then went straight to the VA system. And I'm here to tell you guys, you just can't fire somebody unless they want to quit on their own. But yeah, it's somebody really dropped the ball, overdone it, and that's tapping to the money, the billions of dollars that should have been going to veterans' health care and treatment. I wouldn't mind you hiring more doctors or hiring more specialty, like foot surgeons or dentists or doctors that can do eyes and X-ray technicians, MRI technicians. These people, or billing. You know, because you know you're going to, if you have health care outside of VA, like Medicare, Medicaid, or insurance, they're going to tap into that first, and then the VA going to pay the difference. All right, I didn't know that at first, but I know. Number 2, availability of service. And the shortfall affects VA ability to provide timely service. Veterans might face challenges to obtain necessary documentation and support required for their loan applications. I'm here to tell you guys, if you're applying for a loan, whether it be a regular mortgage, or let's say you want to refinance your house, or you want to get a second mortgage, or through the VA, or a mortgage, or a loan to borrow on your equity, okay, so you can pay off some high credit cards and so forth. But guess what? Those days are over. They're delayed. They're going to be expect delays. I'm not going to say it's over. I just going to say expect delays. Okay, it usually take from applications to moving in your house or refinancing your house to having the money with your lawyers to sign documents, or you sign documents electronically. 45 days process, maybe 50. It may take longer than that, guys. It may take longer than that. Okay, just be prepared. I'm trying to prepare you because, as an officer and as an NCO, you always want to be prepared for contingency and what can go wrong. The potential, what could be potential success. What's your contingency plan in case things doesn't work? Because things happen. It's just how it is. So what else? VA loan typically funded through private loans. However, it may be important to note that VA loans are typically funded through private lenders. But these lenders need the documents from the VA knowing that that loan is guaranteed. Okay? Impact of benefits. Other potential funding issues. VA loans are generally backed by the government. Any significant budget issues could create uncertainties around the availability for new loans. However, it is important to note that the VA loans are typically funded through private providers. That's coming from the Federal News Network and also the VeteransUnited.com. Now, Veterans United is a marvelous. Now, this information comes from Veterans United too. So, Veterans United is a wonderful mortgage company that will fund your guaranteed loan of your home. I mean, they will help you with the process, and their whole job is to help veterans obtain mortgage. I had a mortgage with Veteran United Mortgage Company, and they done a fantastic job. They gave me the interest rate that I wanted, 2.2%. You can't beat that back then. I mean, and there's a reason for that too. But a lot of people don't understand. I mean, we make decisions. Sometimes those decisions cost us. And now we're looking at 8 and maybe potentially 9%. So 9% may be the new low interest rate. I'm not going to refinance my house ever. I'm not even going to try to borrow on my equity. I got big time equity on this house, and I'm not going to touch it because interest rate is so high. All right, sis. God bless you. Thank you for joining me. God bless you. Take care. Have a good day. Don't work too hard, okay? All right. Love you. Hey, Sister Deborah Talley, how you doing? What's up? How you doing, cuz? Yeah, if you know a veteran, you definitely want to talk to him. Please play this video because I'm putting some truth out there, guys, about what's going on, what's coming up in October 2024. October is the fiscal year, guys. If you don't know what the government New Year's is all about, it's always October 2024. If you serve in the military or any federal agency, you understand you want to get that money, get as much budget into your agency, into your department, so you have money to spend to cover your whole fiscal year, October to October. If you don't, there will be a shortfall and you'll be lacking, okay? Right now, there's going to be a lacking on VA benefits for this fiscal year 2025. 2025, y'all might be start off. And the election hasn't got nothing to do with election. It got nothing to do with Orange Head. It got nothing to do with anything. But it got everything to do with the agency. It got everything to do with this Congress, this past Congress, and it got everything to do with this administration who's in charge. The buck stops here, guys. That's how it is. I worked in the highest level of civil service and the highest level of military and pyramid. So I know what I'm talking about. And if I don't know, I can always get the information to verify. But anyway, guys, this is how it goes. Unfortunately, if you got Medicare along with your VA, congratulations. You may have to tap into that Medicare a bit more. Unfortunately, that's just where it is. But yeah, $15 billion shortfall driven by the cost for veterans benefits. Everything has gone up. Gas gone up. I'm telling you, heating oil has gone up. Why? You know why. Prescription has gone up. Okay? I thought prescription is supposed to go down. We were promised that I'm going to cut prescription costs by 50%. Guess what? That never happened. Seriously. Wake up. Drink some. Yeah, I want some coffee. I'll fix you some coffee right here. I'm going to drink me some. It's supposed to be cut by 50%. Okay? That's it for Medicare and Medicaid. The cost has not been cut. It has increased. Property taxes has increased. Your price of gasoline has increased. You buy all the unleaded, cheap unleaded, and watch your carburetor and your injectors go crazy, and you're going to really pay for the part to replace them. But they have increased too. Okay? My gas is $4 a gallon now, over $4 a gallon. Some of you are looking at $3.75, some of you are looking at $3.50. Some of you are looking at $7 a gallon in California. So it depends what state you're in. It ultimately depends how much you pay based on cost of living expense in that area. But $15 billion shortfall is nothing to play with, guys. And somebody has to know. What is excuses? Tools of incompetence will really resolve nothing. So we can't make excuses. We just got to accept it like it is. That someone has made a mistake. Someone in the high GS 12, 19, 15 and above has overlooked the budget when they signed this bill into law. They should have factored in we got 500 million veterans. 500,000 veterans. Sorry about that. Many of them are dying every day. My dad was a Korean War veteran. He passed away in 2020. But anyway, there are veterans who are coming off active duty, who are going in active duty for the first time, joining Reserve, National Guard, and for the first time, going to deployments, coming back, retired or didn't retire, and they need help. And now we wanted to tell these guys we're not be able to give you the quality health care that you enjoyed so much or you're looking forward to. At one point, the care at the VA wasn't all that great, okay? But it's a lot better. It's 100% better. From my experience with the McGuire VA Medical Center, it is the best in this region, in my experience, okay? It is the best. I received the best care of anyone could get, even the president, okay? I love it there. The staffing are very friendly. They care. The empathy. I love it there. We have an awesome chaplain that walks up and down the hall to check on every veteran as much as he can. Hand out something positive. Share a joke or two to give us some uplift. That's what a VA chaplain was sponsored to do. I was looking to become a VA chaplain because I already got the credentials except for one. And that one is the clinical pastoral education training, which is 4 units, which consists of 1 year, 4 quarters of training to work in a hospital setting independently. Unfortunately, I didn't have that credential, even though I had experience working as a hospital volunteer chaplain at Southside Regional for 3 years. But that's not enough. You need to have that master's level of training. You're basically like an intern. You're paying somebody to train you. You're paying another chaplain or a doctor to train you to work in a hospital, okay? Particularly VA hospital or the Federal Bureau of Prison needs chaplains too. And there's a lot of other prisons that need them, but as far as the 2 federal sides, those are the only 2 that hires and pay very well. Anyway, but that $15 billion shortfall is truly unacceptable, brothers and sisters, and I can't say enough about that. VA chiefs say increased outreach utilization drove massive budget shortfall. You knew about this, guys. Y'all knew about this when y'all put the budget together and the PowerPoints together. And y'all put the, I mean, there's a slide, and I know you guys got the best people out there because I have served, I have worked in operations, I have looked at billions of dollars of budgets with our command every day. And it doesn't make sense to me, even in their flow charts. You should be able to know right there when there's a red line somewhere. And now you discover, thank God you did. Now it's time to fix it. So, why they're fixing this problem, brothers and sisters, and spouses, because you got to be involved too. You do your diligence and get any type of loose end out the way. Start setting money aside. All that fun stuff you're going to do, extra driving, beating families and all that stuff, cut it off. Because them gas at $4 a gallon, or $3.50 a gallon, that go against your budget. Anything short of going to work, don't drive as much. Okay? Let your insurance know you're driving X amount of miles lesser. Let them reduce your insurance cost. Start looking at ways, instead of eating out as much, you stay at home and cook your dinner. Go to that Sam Club, get a bunch of stuff, cut it up, enough to last you about a month, and you're good, okay? Cut down on going out to eat. Work some overtime. Get a second part-time job if you can. But do something to prepare for October. We got a little bit over like 50, 55, let's say 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. We got 51 days, ladies and gentlemen. We got 51 days. October 1st going to be here before you know it. September's on its way. Let's see. September will be here in about 7 days. And we're not ready. I'm preparing right now. So, it is where it is. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any VA benefit questions? Again, this book will help you streamline. It's a comprehensive method to obtain VA benefits across the board. Whether you need a ramp, you need to widen your door, you need an elevator, you need a stair glide, you need a lift to lift you out of bed to carry you to the other room, or you need your kitchen remodel or your bathroom remodel to help you navigate through your house, you need to get this book. The comprehensive, it's called The Art of Filing for Disability Benefit, a maximizing your benefit, a comprehensive guide to achieving up to 100%. I helped too many people, and I didn't charge them a dime, and I spent up 12 and 15 hours, or 20 hours working on their case for free. And now, I'm putting the book on it. So, because the book will tell you what I told you. The difference is I'm not doing the work, okay? But this book will help you. If you know a veteran in your family, you owe it to them to get this book. Now, this book is free on Amazon. I'm talking about the Kindle book. The Kindle book is free on Amazon, but you have to be a Kindle Unlimited member. That's a subscription. So you either want to get the subscription and be obligated to that, or you pay the $9.99 for the electronic Kindle book to download in your phone. You got to get the app. You got to get the app on your computer too, and that way you can read it on your own. Or if you want a paperback, the paperback is $15. This may look like it's not much here, but there's over $1 million worth of information in here. Straight up. Okay? There's a lot of powerful information in here. Get this book. Okay? Now, if you want a little bit more information, this is part 2. It's the same information, but a lot more. It goes into more details. I mean, your lights, if you get, let's say you need a car. You need a car that's accessible, where you got to convert your car to a point where you don't have any legs, you want to convert your car where you can drive it with your hands. Okay? Press the gas, do all that stuff. Well, it costs money. There is a $25,000 grant for that, but it's coming from this in this book. You need a ramp, it's in this book too. You need a stair glide, it's in this book. Stair glide is about $6,000. It's a grant for that. There's another grant for, what's the other one? to not just that, but I can't. Oh, for air conditioning, there's a grant for that. If your air conditioning break down, you're a veteran. You're 100%, or maybe 80%, 50%. I don't know. You go ahead, get this book, and you'll learn how to file for that too. If you're a veteran who in needs of power, you need a generator. You need a Generex. Get this book. This book is $30, but it's worth every bit of it. Okay, it's $30. And I put a lot of stuff. You can learn a little bit about myself too, my military history. But I mean, it's a guide to home repair grant. Did you know you can get your home repair? Did you know ways to pay for new HVAC system? Did you know there's a grant for there's a grant sheet in this book that's come with this book too, and there's finding comfort for the golden years, HVAC assistance for seniors. Did you know that's available through veterans? Yes, it is. Special adopted housing. There's availability. Special home adoption. Okay. Gateway PVA generator grant. Did y'all know about that? Get this book. $30 is going to be it got the website information, and if the website gets old down the years, then guess what? You can Google it because the title's not going to change. So there you go, guys. From an Army soldier to an airman, I just wanted to give back to my friends, my brothers and sisters, and let you know what's available to you. I wanted to put my red hat on, but it's kind of messed up. But anyway, guys, get your book. Yes, and you can see here, I serve in both branches. There's my Air Force rank right there. There's my Army rank. That's my Army rank. When I got out, there's my Army rank. Got redirect commissioned to chaplain in the end. Whoo! Been there, done that. Things didn't always happen as planned, as we all know, but you persevere and you move forward, and you don't let nobody get in your way. Guys, go ahead and get your stuff taken care of now before October gets here. And like I said, Uncle Sam not playing around. Get yourself qualified, eligible now for these benefits before they get cut off. Okay? And even when they get cut off, you're still eligible. It's just when they get it back on running, then they can back pay you. But if the budget doesn't get improved or the economy doesn't improve, I don't know what to tell you. But at least get yourself in place now. Start preparing now. Have extra water, extra food. Get that. You want to make sure you have at least 2 to 3 months, or at least 1 month at the minimum, 2 to 3 months of your rent or mortgage already set aside. If you don't, make sure you do. Start prepping up for it. Make sure your car payments is already set. Make sure your credit card is paid off or paid down in case you need it as a backup. Okay? Start thinking of things economically and financially. Okay? I'm not a financial advisor, but common sense. Let's use some common sense, ladies and gentlemen, and let's win. Let's let our suffering be lesser than it would be if we don't take action. Okay? Faith. God gave us the power of faith, and it's up to us to do the rest. All right? Faith without work is dead. You know, your man don't take care of his own. He's worse than an infidel. That is scripture. You got to be willing to take care of your own, whether it be you by yourself or your family. Veterans, you got to take care of yourself and your family. Don't drop the ball and what the VA walk past October 1st and you're not ready. Get ready, okay? Get ready. Get these books. Like I said, you can get it for free if you got a Kindle Unlimited. If you got Kindle Unlimited, this book is free. That's a subscription. If you don't have Kindle Unlimited, okay, then it's $9 on Kindle by itself. But if you want a hard copy, it's $15 because it's worth $1 million. And this one right here is $30. It's worth $2 million. And you'll find out why if you use it. Because I used it all. And nobody told me anything. I had to learn on my own. Edwin Blake, what's up, classmate? How are you, bro? You served too, did you? Well, I hope to hear from you soon. God bless you. Looking forward to the class reunion. But anyway, guys, I think I covered enough. If you need additional information, just watch the playback. I'll post some of that stuff on the comments after I log off from the video. But get this book. I mean, go to let's see, Veterans Disability Benefits.net to find, and or Google through Amazon to get your copy. It's by Antonio Arnold. You can't go wrong. You can Google my name, you'll find me everywhere. But I'm here to tell you guys, VA, there is a shortfall that can impact you and your family. And I mean even your spouse. Because you got education, you're trying to go to school, trying to go to college, to use your BAH, there's going to be a shortfall on that. You may not have enough. You may have a shortfall on your wife of Medicare, her care. Because my wife has Champ VA, that's affected too. Champ VA is impacted too as well. Okay? And there's also, what's the other one? For that pays for your wife to go to school. There's a benefit for that too. And that could be impacted as well. And I'm sorry, this is what it is. Does anybody have any questions for this airman soldier? Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions? Comments. I love to interact with you. I appreciate you, my sister Carolyn Johnson, who's been she's been a faithful warrior, and I'm telling you, she's been a very big supporter of this ministry that I'm doing to help many veterans get what they need and their spouses and families. And all I ask you, just support. Get your book, because that book is worth millions. It's going to be worth millions to you. It can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars to you. I know, because I experienced it. I know what I'm talking about. But get that book. Anyway, since we have no questions, all clear on the left, all satisfied on the left. Left is ready, all satisfied on the right. Right is ready. The fire lane is ground prepared to close. Anyway, guys, this is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, Army Air Force veteran, Air National Guard, Army Reserve as well. I'm going to sign off. Y'all have a good day. I hope this message helps you. Airborne out.